first we print all the money, then it circulates through the economy, then it inflates itself through the value of pushing more money into an economy, and then eventually that turns into higher prices. So by the time it gets to the end of that, where the prices have gone up, it's after the fact. So the problem has been created a while back. So I always pay attention to the supply of money and how rapidly that's increasing. Now, the Fed got very tricky a few years ago and realized that a lot of us were paying attention. They used to call us monetarists. We used to follow the Fed, and we used to look at how much money they printed every quarter, every month. We'd go to the Federal Reserve accounting data. It's called FRED, believe it or not, Federal Reserve Economic Data. And you could pull that up on your website, and you'll look at the bond holdings and how much additional money's been created, look at the bond sales that have occurred in the last couple months, and we could count how much money there was in M1, M2, and M3. Well, then the Fed stopped producing the numbers because they did not want the public to keep following this, because a few people had caught on and were making these things public, and the Fed was saying, well, if you bury it in a bunch of statistics, nobody picks up on it. But if people were actually finding it out and making that information public, well, we have to go back and maybe make it a little more complicated. So the first thing they did is they stopped reporting M3. They just said, we're not going to report that anymore. We don't care. Everything is about M1 and M2. Well, okay. So you can't follow the whole trail. Now you have to do some math. You have to add up things and look at columns and compare them to a month ago. So it gets a little difficult.